Hello, hello, hello. So, this is your goddess guru. Typically, I say Omi Lade, and I am Omi Lade, but right now I'm making this as a personal entry as Tyra. Um, so much of what I share because my mother was I was 27 years old when my mother passed. And so I have spent a huge amount of my adult life, 20 years, without my mom. And so there's so many questions I have about her that I always said I would leave a journey. As much as I could, I would leave a trail of some sort for my children to have, to understand if something happens and I pass early. Or maybe my grandchildren want to know something. My mother died at 50. Her mother passed at maybe in her 30s. And my great-grandmother passed as a teen. And so, there's a lot of questions I'm sure all of us would have about May Rose, which was my grandmother, or Geneva, which was my great-grandmother. Hello, whoever's there. And so, a lot of times I make posts because I'm leaving a trail for my kids, and that's one of the reasons I'm doing this morning. It's just a personal entry. It's not, it'll be a wisdom sharing, but it's not what I typically post on my channel. And then the other thing, morning, hey, how you doing, sister? Another reason I'm leaving this is because oftentimes I feel like I'm one of the first to go through things and people don't understand. And so maybe somebody will see this one day, because I may not remember once I get through this phase of my life. I am on my journey into menopause at the young age of 47. But I think my mother started early. She had a lot of feminine complications, so we don't always know. And so, I really don't have a woman who's close to me. I know women who've gone through it. I've never really witnessed anyone go through it. But I'm on my journey into menopause. I'm making this because I may not remember, and people will ask me, and I'm just going to tell them to watch this video or any other ones that I make. But it's been feeling like I'm going in this direction for a number of years. And what has prompted me to make this video is I've been up since 2:30. It's 5 o'clock. It's after 5. I've been up since 2:30. And I have wondered for years, how do women make it through menopause without taking that hormone replacement therapy, which is what my mother-in-law took. And she swears that that hormone replacement therapy is what caused her to get breast cancer. But I already knew I wasn't going to take it because my mother told me, don't take the hormone replacement therapy because that's what drives breast cancer. And my aunt, my mother's sister, has had breast cancer. So all the women in my generation have to be aware. We have to be very careful of these hormones and just all of that, the fake stuff. And among other things too. So I have to say this is a very hard time in my life. In the sense that I'm not sleeping. That is the hardest part. And my weight is not easily shifted. That comes from other things too, but I know it has something to do with this hormonal shift, because less estrogen means, baby, you can't eat all those carbs. As much as we want to in American culture, to keep eating our pasta, our breads, our rice, all of that, no. And so, it's just been a slow breakdown of me accepting my new lifestyle of knowing that there are changes we have to make. And that's what the 40s is about. It's about recognizing all the abuse that we have inflicted on our bodies and we're able to get away with. To me, up until about 44 was not so hard. It was a little harder. But yeah, I believe you, Lillian. I can't take HRT though. I really wish I could, but I think for me, and I consider Lillian actually to be a big sister, so I appreciate you for listening to me. 44 is the time where I began to notice this is slipping out of my hands. And really taking stock of what I need to do differently, how I have to be differently right now in my life. And it just seems like the only thing I could glean from people who I've talked to or just sort of heard from is this is a time of acceptance. This is a time, like, if you go through this change, it's better to not, like this morning I woke up at 2:30. I couldn't go back to sleep, and I said, I just accept this is my life right now, and hopefully I'm going to get through this thing without losing it. I see how women lose it in menopause. I really do. The other hard part, and I know you can relate to this, Lillian, nobody will understand if they haven't gone through this. They just think you're crazy. Everyone looks like, oh, really? You know, I'm going through horrible hot flashes. And, yeah, that's right. I'm going through horrible hot flashes and lack of sleep. It's just like being pregnant to a certain degree. You're in this whole alternate universe. Nobody gets it, but you know something is different about me, you know? And so this morning, I'm making this video to remind myself that I made a commitment that when it was my turn to go through this phase of life, that the one piece of advice I would hold on to that made sense to me was that this is a time of acceptance. Just like you just said, Lillian, I have to embrace my family history. Does not allow me to do hormone replacement therapy, but my life philosophy doesn't allow me to take it because I've never been into, unless it's absolutely necessary, you know, taking medicine and stuff like that. I'm not opposed to medicine, but I just will do everything I can to avoid it. It's just my way. Yeah, thanks for laughing with me because I'm glad I made this. Thank you so much, Lillian, for making these comments because this is a hard moment for me. I had gotten to a point where I wasn't even, I'm like cool with my mother being on the other side. I used to be so depressed about it or whatever. These last few days, I've just been like missing my mom so much. And my mother-in-law, she was my second mama. Anyhow, I don't want to get all emo. I just want to show people that menopause is real and it's hard. And if you're going through the change, as the old people called it. Lillian said it was hormone replacement therapy for her. Or a 10 by 10 sale. Oh my gosh. But whoever watches this, if you're in need of knowing that you're not crazy, that we all know that we feel on the verge of that 10 by 10 sale that Lillian is talking about, that, you know, you'll make it. So Lillian has opted for HRT. I am opting to try, you know, natural therapies. Another friend is experiencing hot flashes, and we were in class, my African dance class, telling some of the younger women about what we're experiencing. Thank goodness, you know, laughing about it like Lillian has me laughing this morning. And someone said to someone, you know, if you do this or you do that, it won't be so bad. And I said, don't believe the hype. You have absolutely no idea what you're going to go through when you start going through the change. We all hope we don't go through this, but you don't really know. And I do think it's important to start planning when you start feeling it, I know some woman, she said she started going through the change in her 30s. When it starts happening, it is something that you really have to come to terms with, because a change is a change. A change requires something new, something different. And for me, someone who adores sleep, the way I'm managing it is I'm not making a big deal out of it. I'm just saying, you know what? This is my life. I'm fortunate in that I don't work a 8 to 5 job. You know, I'm a super busy stay-at-home mom. Well, I teach fitness a little bit out the week, not even 10 hours, but super busy homeschooling mom. But if I need to find 15 minutes to like get fit, you know, I'm just accepting this is my life. I don't like taking naps. I really don't. As much as I love sleep, I actually would prefer just to sleep at night. That's just my way. But I accept if I don't get sleep, I'm just going to make it, you know. So it's about embracing the journey. Here on this Pisces full moon, what is being illuminated for me right now is just keep calm, and knowing the other thing I was thinking about is I see why people in their 50s are so much more calm and confident than those of us in our 40s. Thank you, Lillian. It's because you start getting to that point where you have no option but to just embrace the truth of who and what you are, live the way you want to live. And for me, menopause is forcing me. Just like after my mother died, I couldn't be fake about how different I am spiritually. I mean, the bottom line is I am who I am spiritually. And so this is showing me just the same thing. I don't know how long I have to live, so baby, I'm about to just, a hot flash does not allow me to be fake. A hot flash and lack of sleep and everything, it's just like tearing away everything off of me. And I can reach and grab and tug and try to hold on to it, or I can just let it fall by the effing wayside. And that's what I plan to do. Lillian just said, for anyone who's watching this and needs a word, it's okay if you want to cry. You need to scream when you need to scream. She's 50-pluser. I'm pretty sure she is. And so that's what we'll do. Hey, we got to follow the wisdom of the women who come before us. And I appreciate you, Lillian, and anyone who watched this replay and makes comments that are positive and uplifting and affirming of women who are making the change through menopause. I'm not there yet. I got 11 more months to go to see how close am I. But I was wondering where you were. You ain't gonna miss me. You better get on my calls and my and my YouTube channel, Lillian. I have been wondering where the heck were you. I have to text you. What are you doing up this early, Lillian? What retired folks do? Whatever the hell you want. Anyway, let me wrap this up as I get my day started. Lillian, you have really, I'm so happy I logged on. You made my day. So, yeah, just for all of you out there who need a word, you'll make it. Ah, yes, up. Okay. She's up because of hot flashes, just like me. That's what woke me up at 2:30 this morning, and my body just said, well, we're up. The other morning, I just said, I'm just getting up. Oh, I believe you. I'm going to just start getting up and doing what I need to do. Maybe there's something that I can find, like a friend who I haven't seen in a while on YouTube in the middle of the morning, and get some things done. Love y'all. Hey, Lillian, I'll be texting you, okay, mama? Y'all have a great day. Thank y'all for watching this if you took time to watch it. Peace.